Hey guys, welcome to Farming Simulator 19 on Shamrock Valley. Of course, it's out, although the version that got released is kind of buggy from what I understand. Oxy wasn't planning on that version to be released. That was a version, if Giants weren't happy with it, a more up-to-date version was going to go up. You know how it is, he's already worked on an update to get that going. We're here with the Fergie Grey. Cultivator got released today, being Monday. I don't have the date up in the top. I need to adjust that with my config for the time and date, but it is, well, it's Monday. It's the 9th, or the 12th. So this Cultivator come out. Wouldn't normally download it, but I thought, you know what, it's going to be perfect for the Massey Fergie. And it's probably T-Bone's idea of a Cultivator that potentially could come out for this thing. It is heavy. I may have to go in and edit the weight. I've had to put the sandbags up front here, and you can just see by the way the tractor's leaning back. When you accelerate, she ain't happy. She ain't happy at all. So, we're going to give it a go in the field. I don't think it's going to do good, honestly. But we'll find out. And we are going to go up to field 1, which means going up the hill. Because there's that one there to go to there too. So it should be interesting. So slowly making my way around. Accelerate. I tried to get the colour somewhat right. This is metal colour. Yeah, it's not bright. It's not primer grey, which I believe the Fergie colour was. Is it going to go on its ass? No, you can see the way the front tyres are not spinning as fast though. Once it's in the ground, it should level itself up. It should be okay. But I think I will go in and adjust the weight of this cultivator. The tractor's 2 ton with the ballast on the front. So if it's 2.5 ton, that's 500 kilo or so. Just in the cultivator itself, which is probably accurate, honestly. This probably wouldn't have been light at all. So if any of you guys know a decent cultivator setup for the Fergie Grey, let me know. Not one that's stupid small. I think this is like 2.5 meter, but if it works, it works. Now you may be thinking, please tell me you're not going to spend the whole episode doing this. No, don't be silly. I just want to see if it's going to work, honestly. May try a round in it, and then I'll throw a cosplay on. That seems like it's going to go okay, actually. It seems like she's just going to rip right on along. Cool, I've got a use for the Fergie. Now, I wanted to use the Fergie for stuff. Just like the crawler tractor that I've got. That's going to get used, especially that new Hydro Stat one. That thing's absolutely amazing. Alright, we'll fire up Courseplay and have this working. It's such a nice machine, this. It really is. There's definitely some improvements that could be done. The thing that really drives me up the wall about it is the exhaust. I don't understand why you'd ever want an exhaust to be turning into it literally blowing directly in your face. Forget the guy being too tall or too short or whatever. It would be blowing right in your face. You'd be dead so quick, even if you were driving along fresh air or whatever. The carbon monoxide going back in you would have some effect eventually. That's why they make the stack so damn tall on these things. I understand T-Bone built it the way he wanted and added stuff he wanted. I completely support that. Just it doesn't even look good. It's the one thing I'm so hung up on. If I had the skill to change it, I really would. I don't know why I went into that one. I wanted to go into this one. Cosplayer. I have got GPS on this tractor too. It's a tractor that we've converted to GPS. Who am I trying to kid us so I can be lazy while streaming? So this is the official first video back as far as Farming Simulator goes. So I want to just say, again, a huge, massive thank you before I forget. Because it's not that I mean to, it's just I get wrapped up because I've done recorded videos already. But a huge thank you to anyone who has donated to get this computer back up and running. It means a lot, whether it was a small amount, whether it was a large amount. It all meant a huge amount to me. It was kind of overwhelming. Yeah, overwhelming. I'm not gonna lie. Knowing how much a good chunk of the community cared, even some people as far that I've never seen talk before come forward. For example, the Windows 10 key. What was supposed to be a joke in the video of me asking if anyone that was out in the IT field, I was legit prepared to that night go get one with people's suggestions on where to go to get cheap Windows 10 keys. But then someone to come to me going, I work in the IT field, I don't comment on your videos, I've watched you for a hell of a long time though, I want to help, here, take this. It means a lot. Even though I know they more than likely got it for free, that doesn't matter, it's just the gesture there. It meant a lot, it was very humbling, I guess. Yeah, lift it up. There we go. Oh, this is going to be fun watching cosplay. It's going to be like a Bronco. I think the front weight could do with an extra sandbag. It's a 3. Then it would be perfect, honestly, and then I wouldn't have to dick around with the weights on the back. So it'd be like 2.5 ton. That'd counteract it. But anyway, I digress. Thank you. Seriously, it means so much. It really does. I don't think I could ever stress how much that meant to get this thing. So, for those of you that don't know, the specs for my desktop are in the description down below. They have changed. I was going to say inconsiderably, but quite considerably. Although, by the FPS you wouldn't realise because, well, this system doesn't like farm sim for whatever reason at times. Other than, at times I can look down at the ground and can get 90 odd FPS. If I'm not recording, it's over 100. But I'm running Oxygen David's old GTX 1080. The one he's made all of his amazing maps on. Up until, well, recently. Now he's got a slight upgrade of a RTX 2080 Super. Yeah, disposable money. Not very disposable, probably, to him. Anyway, he went out, got that, sold me this graphics card, which one of you in particular helped a hell of a lot with. I'll just say that, without giving away the price of this graphics card, because he gave it to me at a incredibly good deal. An absolutely mind-blowing deal, actually. So, huge thankful for that. That's going to help with the system. It already is helping with the system. I'll go put this back. So, I've got a GTX 1080 overclocked. It's an MSI, which I'm not a fan of MSI. I never have been. I never will be. Beggars can't be choosers. I don't usually recommend getting used computer components. I think most people that are into computers are with that as well. But when you know who it's coming from, and where it's coming from, and in some cases, or what said person's done with it, whether they've overclocked it, all of that good stuff, I'd say you can get away with that. I know. As far as I'm aware, Oxygen David never overclocked it, but I know what uses it's had, I know where it's come from. I know it's not going to have been messed with, basically. So I know it's a solid card. So I trust that. So we've got the 1080 there. I got a 1TB SSD on sale. I can't believe how much those SSDs have dropped down in price. If you are looking at building computers, get yourself an SSD. Make sure you got a case where it will support laptop style hard drive, so a 2.5 inch. Ever since I had an SSD in my laptop, I've never gone back. I'm never going to go back. So pick that up. That was only $150. Back in the day, those things were like $600-700, pounds, whatever. It was extremely expensive, but they've come down in price dramatically. I couldn't believe it. Really could not believe that. Alright, get that set up. Oh no, we want up and down passes first. So we've got that. So the predominant issue, the processor. It's a AMD FX 8350, 8-core processor. They're old. They've been kicking around for a long time. But to me, compared to modern day stuff, it's not necessarily a powerhouse, but the grunt in that processor is extremely powerful. It is a decent processor. The motherboard at the time was a decent motherboard. I spent quite a bit of money on the motherboard. The limiting factor is RAM, memory. Not hard drive space, RAM. Well, the computer uses temporary memory, for those of you that don't know. I don't know how tech savvy a lot of you guys are with computers. And that's the issue. With most of my other games that I've tried so far, I'm getting fantastic FPS on it. It doesn't fluctuate anywhere near like Farm Sim does. And Farm Sim doesn't look as good as half the other games that I've got. So it's not graphics the issue. I don't think it's processor, because I'm not seeing other issues. I honestly think the issue with Farm Sim is the memory for me. It really does not like the plow on the back, dang. And that is the RAM I've got in here. It's 16 gig. It's DDR3, so it's the oldest style, but that's all that was out at the time, to my knowledge at least. But it's very slow. It's like 1333 megahertz, which, as far as DDR RAM goes, from what the motherboard can take, my motherboard itself can take, that's slow. And I hear the train. Can't see the train, but I hear it. And so that's slow. And I think it's the read-write speed that's really causing a bit of a bottleneck there. With Farm Sim that reads and writes lots of XMLs very quickly and calculates stuff. So I think that's where the issue is predominantly, when it's rendering in lots of stuff. So I've got my graphics set extremely aggressively again, just to get good FPS. I shouldn't have to do that with this system. Hence why so many buildings are gone already. It doesn't look that great, but in aid of getting better FPS, that's what I've done. I need to fine-tune it, I think, at some point. There we go. So I may, at some point in the not-too-distant future, look at getting higher speed RAM for this thing, as high as the motherboard can take. Looking on the user manual for the motherboard, basically. And see if that helps. I'd ideally like to go full 32. That was the plan with the laptop. I'm so glad I didn't waste my money on that. So that could have been devastating. How are you stuck in a tree? Why? How? Oh, was it? That's some friggin' Farm Sim logic if I ever saw it. Apparently we're going to be coming out here with a chainsaw sooner than later too. Come on, bring the front end down. There we go. How did he get over there? The thing may be actually just too heavy for it. That very well could be what it is, and I may have to go in Giants Editor before recording next time and have a crack at fixing it. I think I know where the mass of the stuff is and just bump it down to, what, 300 kilo and be done with it. Stupidly light, but if it works, it works. Nearest waypoint drive course. Get it down in the ground and stay in the ground. Down. Darn it. I'm so glad they came out with this thing. I missed the Fergie Grace from FS13. And I kind of got a feeling that NI Mod and its predecessors are going to be the Northern Mod Company. Those guys just do a lot of forestry stuff, which that winds people up, but they're doing stuff that they enjoy, and people don't remember that. Why is there so much forestry stuff? Forestry's crap. Well, there's people that like forestry too. I like to dabble in forestry myself, but do I enjoy it? No, I get incredibly frustrated with it, but I think it's fun to do every once in a while. Alright, we'll see how she gets on. It may have done better if I had the diff locks in. We'll see. Oh look, the guy with the leather jacket. I don't think I've ever seen him put the leather jacket models on. Looks horrid. It really does look quite weird. I don't know why Giants did that. Leather jacket up. Okay, this thing. I'm still in two minds whether to keep this. I love the old Massey Fergusons. But there's just so much about this thing I don't care for. The interior. Shocking, honestly. The exterior doesn't look bad, whether it's accurate or not. Okay, let's just pass that one. Externally it doesn't look bad, but the interior does look bad. And this stems from Matt XJS's 698. You can't forget where it stems from, and that's the real issue with it, I think. What we could do... Well, it's still not warm enough outside. I was going to say cheat our way seeding, but just to get up to a decent spot, but we can't even do that. Fast forward time, I guess. Until I'm happy with where we're at, there's no sense dropping our money down. Don't worry, I will not be playing with, well, 500,000. I will be getting dropped way down. Alright, go over to this. Well, we could see if there's some contracting missions, I guess. Not that the money really matters right now, unless I drop that down and then look at it. We'll see what contracting stuff's around. There could be some interesting contracting missions. Transportation! Oh dear, oh dear. They haven't loaded in yet. That sucks. I've gone a full day now too in game, so they should potentially be loading in. I was thinking about getting some chickens. That's probably what it did. It's doing okay actually. But I'm not too sure where the... Well, one, where chickens are, and two, if they have them on the map. I presume... Yeah, yeah, down here. Chickens are kind of profitable. They're decent. I can't do any hay or anything like that yet. It's one where I'm really stuck, like, I can't do dinko. We could look at the leap hairs. I never got a chance to mess around with them, but at the same time I'm kind of scared to look at them because that's what... And I'm joking when I say that, obviously, but it's them that I was looking at when the laptop died. Looking at this bad boy with... I think it was that configuration. I don't think I had the blade. The wides on it. No cage. No, obviously doesn't need GPS. Gotta admit, I do like the fact you can go straight black on it. It does look kind of cool like that. You've seen a lot of machinery and excavators like that coming out in black now. That's more matte black though. Bam, room killer. Does look clean. Or an orange even. A safety orange. I think I'll wait until the update for this comes out though, where they're making the config as it was before. Disappointed to see the tracks are just 2D. Like, we have metal tracks in the base game files now. Why they're not... Why they didn't use them, it would have looked incorrect, like just the way that they are, but it's better than it being just a texture that's rolling around, personally. But hey, beggars can't be choosers. Use that reference a lot today. So we've got manure / lime spreader, something Dave said about lime extension. He put that in there. I think Dave said it was off the mod hub, and it can fling lime, so I don't need a lime spreader specifically. I can use a manure spreader, which is kind of cool. I think that's unrealistic, because obviously the lime's more powdery, so it just fly out everywhere, I presume. We have our class baler. Oh, that header trailer we need to get rid of, that's wrong. Why is it covered in mud too? That one. I think before actually we were using the class to seed, more than likely. So we've got the class mowing set up there. Plow, tedder, cultivator. Actually, I'm going to be swapping that plow out to the Limpkin one. Windrower. If I'm happy with everything, got the triaxle trailer. A bit too big for the map, but it's my favourite. The Mass Ferguson probably on the chopping block. That tractor staying. The TM we had initially. The 7810 we had initially, still need to do my engine tweaks to that again. 660 obviously stay in the combine, obvious. Didn't we have this small class with the front loader? I think we did. And I think that's where we were at with tractors. Because the Massey's it's kind of useless to me, I really don't want it. I think that's what we'll do. We'll get rid of the Massey. I know it may hurt some people. I love the Massey as well, as far as the old style of it, but as a mod, I just don't care for it. I just don't care for it. And that's not me hating on Black Sheep or anything by any means, I just don't care for it. So we'll get this thing. I'm pretty sure we had this. Is that white tires? Put that on wide. Style. That cab. GPS if we ever use the GPS. Yeah, it can go up to 140 horse, which this is predominantly going to be yard tractors, so we'll bump it down to around 100 horse. Front loader attacher. Come around, like, okay, we're good there. Buy that, and this will be, in theory, the final thing we buy. Because I do want to get this map set up for animals ASAP, and that's what I was working towards, which is kind of frustrating. Front loader. Which you may have to play around getting corn in the ground sooner than later. Thinking about it. Buy that. Alright, we should be good to go. Sold a vehicle, bought a vehicle, now we're out with this. And as far as implements go, front loader. Well, for right now, buckets at least will. Go with this. Probably one of the best buckets out there right now. I can't remember what one I went with. I think it was this one. And of course, you can put the brush on the bottom of that, which acts as like a roller, so it deletes stuff, so you got to be careful with that. So I just don't bother with that. Stay away from it. Alrighty, we are away. So there we go, we've got our yard tractor. Fergie Gray's our field tractor. Clearly we've got it in the field working. We've got our yard tractor ready for cows when we go down that route, hopefully sooner than later. We need a silage harvest first, or unless, because how long it's been and how many times I've had to restart this frickin' map, we may just pull some trickery and all of a sudden we've got silage in the clamp. I know some of you may be upset by that, but I really want to just get going with this save and enjoy it. Right now, honestly, because I've had to restart it, this will be the 3rd time, I think, now, possibly. 2, because of map changes, which, testing that's okay, but 1, once, when I was actually fully set up and going good, it gets frustrating, and honestly, when that keeps happening, I lose interest in maps, personally. It's nobody's fault. I'm surprised Cosplay doesn't such a good job keeping this straight while it's pivoting around on itself. I am impressed. Alright, let's get a thumbnail with this bad boy. I'll turn it around, actually. I like the other side better. Not because of the exhaust. I don't know, it's just kind of cool seeing the spark plugs and everything, I guess. We'll wait until it pivots around. Is it done? No. Quarter of the field, maybe? Some people have suggested going on an old school map meant for these as well, which I potentially will do once more implements come out for this thing, if they ever do. Hopefully they will. From what T-Bone said, they've got quite a lot of stuff planned for this thing. Which is cool. Oh, look at the texture trees behind it. Oh my god, they look horrible. Alright, there we go. Oh, they're outside of the map border, that's why. I think that's something Galaxy had to do to get it on console, potentially. I wonder if he knows about that. That's just the... Wow. I forgot the abbreviation for them now. When they go 2D from far away. Forget what that is now. Oh well. Alright, how's this going? This should be almost done. Yeah, it is. So as far as videos this week, it's going to be... I'm probably just going to do 3 videos this week. And I'm not going to lie, I'm tempted to massively change up how I've been doing the channel. Just to keep it 3 videos as far as Farm Sim a week, and then streams Monday all the way through. So we'll see. This week I've only got this map right now installed, playable, so we'll just stick with this. Throughout this week, as far as live streams go, we'll probably use the live streams to set up on another map. What map that will be, I don't know. I would like to get Greenwich Valley going again, but we'll see. We've got Green River that dropped as well, but Green River is a map that's been around for a while and it's not particularly new to me. I played the living snot out of it in 17, so as much as I'm looking forward to it, it's one of these ones where I've been on it before, kind of know it like the back of my hand, unless I've majorly changed stuff, so I'm not particularly interested in it, unfortunately. And that's about it as far as maps that I've seen that I'm kind of interested in, so I'll probably end up going on Greenwich Valley again. It's a map that I was really enjoying. It kind of sucks that we got grounded to a halt when we did. And plus I was getting some bigger machinery on there. So playing it a bit different style too. Where this is going to be relatively small, tame machinery. For the most part. We may bring some specials in every once in a while. So I think we will call her quits for today. Almost 30 minutes, full-fledged farming simulator video. And we'll be back as far as a recorded video for Wednesday, I think. For this week, we'll see. And the channel's going to change dramatically, hopefully very, very soon, as far as me getting a job and everything, so kind of get used to this one, and that's going to be, like I said, sooner than later, and hopefully extremely soon. So until next time, hopefully you guys have enjoyed, and we'll catch you on the next one. See ya.